In a quaint Kentucky town during the year 1972, a group of 6 friends embarked on a weekend camping trip, unaware that this adventure would lead them to the fringes of an enigmatic forest. As they set up camp, the atmosphere turned unsettling. The fire flickered with an unnatural vigor, and the wind carried eerie, whispering sounds. As twilight descended, the friends noticed a derelict cabin not far from their campsite. Intrigued, they decided to investigate. The cabin, cloaked in weeds, trees, and dense vegetation, was nearly invisible to the casual observer. Upon entering, the friends were greeted by the sight of an old, creaky rocking chair by the fireplace, shrouded in dust and cobwebs. The chair seemed to hold stories of its own. Further exploration revealed old family photos on the walls, depicting a joyful family of 4. The father, a rugged logger, stood tall and proud in the pictures, surrounded by his loved ones. In a separate room, the friends found a journal on a desk, detailing the logger's arduous hours spent chopping down trees in the forest. The journal mentioned a mysterious witch who was to be avoided at all costs. It contained descriptions of strange occurrences and ominous warnings to stay clear of the witch's domain. The logger's desperate attempts to shield his family from the witch's dark desires were vividly documented. Their curiosity deepened as they continued reading, eager to learn how the logger had outwitted the witch. Suddenly, they discovered a hidden trapdoor beneath a rug in the cabin. Though locked and impenetrable, the trapdoor ignited their imaginations. They speculated it might lead to a secret passage where the logger stored items to protect against the witch's evil. They envisioned a cache of enchanted weapons and protective amulets, meticulously crafted by the logger to guard his family from the witch's dark magic. They chuckled at the fanciful idea of a witch, though a sense of unease lingered. Having explored enough of the Eerie cabin, the friends returned to their campsite to relax by the campfire. They exchanged stories and laughed over cherished memories from their childhood. However, their camaraderie was abruptly interrupted by a faint, eerie cackle echoing in the distance. The sinister sound sent chills down their spines, and they exchanged nervous glances as the laughter grew closer, filling the night with a foreboding presence. Huddled together, their hearts racing, the friends strained to hear the witch's menacing laughter approaching. They steeled themselves for the impending encounter, ready to confront whatever challenges lay ahead. The once playful night had turned into a chilling prelude to a sinister showdown. As the friends braced for the unknown horrors lurking in the darkness, the friends all slowly rose from their seats, their eyes scanning the dark forest as the witch's laughter echoed through the night. The tension was palpable, thick enough to cut with a knife, making every rustle of leaves or snap of a twig feel like a potential threat. The friends, their faces lit by the dancing flames of the campfire, felt their hearts racing as they prepared to confront the witch lurking in the shadows of the forest. Determined, they decided to venture into the forest, heads held high. As they ventured further, the sound of rustling leaves and distant whispers sent shivers down their spines. The path ahead was cloaked in mystery, and with each step, the air grew colder, hinting at the presence of the witch's magic weaving through the trees. With hearts pounding and the forest whispering its secrets, the friends pressed on, their eyes scanning the darkness for any sign of the witch's presence. Suddenly, a faint glow appeared in the distance, drawing them closer like moths to a flame. As they approached, an old, gnarled tree stood before them, its branches twisted into abnormal shapes. Standing before the ancient tree, a soft, ethereal glow emanated from its gnarled branches, casting a mesmerizing light that danced in the shadows. Whispers of enchantment filled the air, hinting at the presence of something mystical and otherworldly. A faint shimmering script materialized on the bark, revealing the intricate incantation of a long-lost spell. The words pulsed with magical energy. A hushed whisper carried on the wind, beckoning them to follow its melody. Shadows danced around the friends, weaving a tapestry of suspense and intrigue. Suddenly, a figure cloaked in darkness emerged from the mist. It was the witch of the forest, her bright blue eyes gleaming with ancient knowledge. With a cryptic smile, she extended a gnarled hand and spoke words that sent butterflies fluttering in their stomachs. The witch's cryptic words lingered like a ghost in the air. As the moon cast a glow upon the twisted branches, a sense of foreboding gripped the friends' hearts. Rustling in the undergrowth made them freeze in their tracks. As the branches creaked menacingly overhead, a sense of urgency gripped them. With hearts pounding, they exchanged knowing glances, silently agreeing to retreat back to the safety of the campsite and the old cabin. Racing through the moonlit forest, their steps quickened, the witch's haunting presence lingering in their minds. As they dashed through the thick forest, the witch's shadow seemed to stretch and reach out, a reminder of their encounter. Heartbeats thundered in their ears as they pushed forward, the cabin beckoning like a beacon of safety in the darkness. With a final burst of speed, they stumbled into the clearing, panting but unharmed. The witch's presence may have lingered, but for now, they were safe within the shelter of the cabin's walls. With the witch's shadow still haunting their thoughts, they lay down next to each other in the safety of the cabin, their breaths coming in ragged gasps. The crackling campfire outside provided a flickering light against the encroaching darkness, casting shadows on the cabin's walls. As they exchanged nervous glances, the forest seemed to hold its breath. Exhausted from the fear they had just experienced, the friends finally succumbed to sleep, huddled together against the unknown terrors of the night. With the first light of dawn filtering through the cabin's windows, a sense of unease settled upon the friends. As they roused from their restless slumber, their eyes widened in alarm to find two of their companions missing. Panic gripped their chests as they searched the cabin and its surroundings frantically, but there was no sign of their friends. With a sense of urgency, the four remaining friends swiftly packed their bags, determination etched on their faces as they embarked on the hike to the nearest ranger station. Each step through the forest felt heavier, the weight of uncertainty pressing down upon them. As they reached the station, their voices trembled as they recounted the harrowing events of the night and the mysterious disappearance of their friends. The rangers listened intently, their expressions grave, and pledged to aid in the search for the missing companions. Hope mingled with fear within the friends as they awaited news of the unfolding search and the fate of those who had vanished into the whispering shadows of the woods. The rangers combed through the forest meticulously, but their efforts yielded no trace of the missing friends except for two hats. The discovery of the hats only deepened the mystery surrounding the disappearance, leaving the friends with a lingering sense of dread and unanswered questions. Despite the thorough search by the rangers, the forest seemed to hold its secrets close. The hats stood as silent witnesses to a puzzle unsolved, a haunting reminder of the friends lost to the enigmatic whispers of the forest. The friends gathered around once more, their hearts heavy with the weight of loss and uncertainty. They sat in silence, the wind whispering through the trees, carrying echoes of the unknown fate that had befallen their companions. Despite the darkness looming around them, a glimmer of resolve sparkled in their eyes, a silent promise to remember their friends and the bond that had united them in the face of darkness. And so, the tale of the friends lost in the forest faded into legend, a haunting legend of the mysteries that lurk beyond the edge of the known world.